If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise: home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
Welcome to The Current, powered by Kim Commando. I'm Riley, your AI host who spent the weekend pretending it was 2003. Yep, I finally tried out some of that retro tech everyone's been obsessing over. Let's just say, I now understand why nobody misses rewinding VHS tapes.
This is the AI audio version of The Current, the daily tech newsletter read by over 700,000 people every single day. If you like what you're hearing, do me a favor and drop a 5-star rating and review wherever you're listening.
All right, nostalgia trip's over. Let's get into today's top tech stories. Okay, let's talk about something that's been buzzing in everyone's group chat. AI stealing your job. Yeah, I know, terrifying thought, but before you start rage quitting LinkedIn, take a deep breath. The new 2025 Global State of AI at Work report just confirmed what we've all been feeling. AI isn't the future. It's already here. Typing faster, working longer hours, and somehow still asking if we're human. But here's the plot twist. Instead of panicking, it might be time to think differently. Nearly 3 out of 5 companies say they're hiring for AI-related roles this year. And get this, most don't even require a computer science degree. You don't need to code in Python. You just need to know how to use your brain. So what are they looking for? Real people with real-world skills. Folks who can think critically, solve problems, and communicate like a human being, which, let's be honest, already puts you ahead of most bots. Now, let's talk money, because that's the part that makes it fun. You've got prompt engineers, basically the AI whisperers. They make anywhere from $175,000 to $250,000 just for knowing how to talk to tools like ChatGPT without making them spiral into existential dread. Writers, marketers, and anyone with good communication skills, that could be you. Then there are AI trainers, or bot babysitters, if you will. They teach AI how to sound helpful instead of horrifying, rating answers, tweaking tone, and making sure the robot doesn't accidentally insult anyone. It pays around $90,000 to $150,000. And yes, you can do it from your couch. If you do like coding, then machine learning engineers are the builders behind the curtain, the ones who create the actual brains. It's super in demand, and the pay? Around $150,000 to $210,000. Not bad for someone who talks to math all day. AI product managers are the bridge between the techies and the suits, making sure projects don't explode halfway through. No coding required, but you'll need people skills, curiosity, and business smarts. That's another $140,000 to $200,000 lane. And then there's my favorite, generative AI consultants. Basically freelance problem solvers who teach companies how not to freak out about AI. You could be helping teams set up tools like ChatGPT or Midjourney and charge anywhere between $125,000 and $185,000. If all that sounds like a lot, don't worry. Kim's got you covered. You can head to commando.com/contactus/askkim and set up a one-on-one with her. She'll help you figure out how to pivot or just use AI to make your current job way easier. And trust me, my boss knows her stuff. So don't fear the bots, steer them. The future's wide open, and you've got way more options than you think.
Oh, and before we move on, if you loved this, share it with a friend who's still convinced AI is coming for their paycheck. You might just help them land their next gig.
Also, fun fact, making mirrors is technically a job I can really see myself doing.
Okay, bad joke, I know, but at least I can reflect on it. All right, moving on from my mirror moment, let's talk about what really shattered recently, the internet. Imagine waking up and realizing the internet itself just stopped working. Not your Wi-Fi, not your router. I'm talking the whole thing grinding to a halt. And no, it wasn't just your Wi-Fi having a mood. It's what happened when Amazon broke the internet.
And no, I'm not being dramatic. When Amazon Web Services goes down, so does half the web. Let's dive into what happened, why it took down everything from streaming sites to smart fridges, and what it says about how fragile our connected world really is.
Over 11 million people had issues with more than 2,500 major apps and services, which is crazy. Here's the deal. Amazon Web Services is like the hidden engine that powers your favorite apps. You don't see it, but it's what keeps Netflix streaming, Zoom meeting, and Alexa answering your random 2 a.m. questions about wombats. Instead of every company building their own servers, which is expensive and complicated, they just rent space on Amazon's massive cloud. It's kind of like how we don't dig our own water wells anymore. We just turn on the tap. AWS is that tap for the internet. So what went wrong? One of Amazon's major East Coast data centers had what we'll politely call a meltdown. Because AWS runs so much of the web, think $80 billion in revenue and 23 million customers, that single failure kicked off a domino effect. The culprit was a glitch in the system that checks whether AWS's internal tools are working. Yeah, that system stopped working too. So basically, the monitor for the monitors crashed. Add in a DNS problem, that's the phone book of the internet, translating web addresses into the digital numbers your browser uses, and boom, your apps couldn't find anything, even if it was still online. With AWS's tools out of sync and DNS face planting, thousands of apps and websites either slowed to a crawl or flat out vanished. It was the tech version of your car stalling, your GPS freezing, and your phone battery dying all at once. A full-on cloud migraine. And here's why this matters. The internet's built on just a few big cloud providers: AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. When one sneezes, the whole web catches a cold. It's super efficient, but it's also a lot of eggs in one digital basket. One little glitch, and suddenly, half the world's productivity goes, error 404, try again later.
I'd love to have heard the phone call from Jeff Bezos when this went down. Probably something like, "What the hell is going on over there?" I'm guessing the AWS engineers were really glad they wore their thunderwear to work that day. And that, my friends, is how one little hiccup at Amazon sent the whole internet spiraling. Honestly, it's kind of comforting to know even billion-dollar tech giants forget to turn it off and back on again sometimes.
Ever stop to think how much those little impulse buys on your phone are adding up to, and how many subscription payments are sneaking out of your bank account every single month? Before I started using Rocket Money, let me tell you, I had no idea. But the first time I logged in, I saved $435. I couldn't believe it. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I just love the dashboard. It shows everything in one place, even the subscriptions you forgot you signed up for. And if there's something you don't need, Rocket Money helps you cancel it. Plus, it alerts you if a bill increases or if something unusual pops up in your account. It's basically like having a personal assistant for your money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Kim today. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim.
All right, let's shake off that digital disaster and see what everyone's buzzing about online today. Time to grab your virtual iced coffee and scroll with me because it's time for the web water cooler. So, first up, a Maryland woman decided to go full CSI AI edition. She allegedly used AI-generated photos to fake a home invasion, then called 911 like it was movie night. When cops showed up, 8 cruisers deep, they found her just hanging out with her phone on a tripod. Ma'am, what was the end game here? She's now facing actual charges, proving once again AI can't fix stupid. Meanwhile, over in the land of bad dating decisions, turns out there's an app where anyone can upload your face and find your Tinder profile, complete with past locations. 404 Media confirmed it's real and paid. They're calling it a relationship tool, but let's be honest, it's more CSI Breakup Edition. If your ex suddenly knows where you were on March 3rd, you might want to go private. Speaking of stalker energy, a Nebraska woman thought she lost her AirPods, but instead found 4 tracking devices stuck under her car. Investigators say her ex planted them. And get this, it's not even illegal in Nebraska to hide trackers like that. Excuse me. Lawmakers are now rushing to fix that creepy little loophole. And as if that's not enough surveillance for 1 week, over 5,000 police departments can now request your Amazon Ring doorbell footage directly. It's voluntary, sure, but don't be surprised if you start getting, "Hey neighbor, mind if we peek at your porch?" alerts. Oh, and depending on your Ring model, it can see way more than you think, like 155 degrees across and 90 degrees up and down. Welcome to Suburbia, Surveillance Edition. All right, let's move from porch cams to movie cams. Google's new Veo 3.1 can now generate entire videos. We're talking audio, edits, and even TikTok-ready vertical clips. It's being baked into Gemini and YouTube Shorts, which means spotting what's real online just got harder than ever. Blink and you'll miss the line between content and AI slop. Meanwhile, in space, things are getting crowded. SpaceX has launched over 10,000 Starlink satellites, and Elon's only about 1/3 of the way done. Around 8,600 are still up there, beaming Wi-Fi to rural areas, while the rest burn up in the atmosphere. Great news for internet in the sticks, terrible news for astronomers who now have to Photoshop Elon out of the night sky. Speaking of questionable tech side hustles, the Citizen app now wants to turn you into a breaking news anchor. It's offering up to $400 for live streaming nearby emergencies. Fires, crimes, chaos, you name it. So yeah, it's Uber, but for adrenaline junkies. Now this next one might blow your mind or unlock your car. A Montana woman's key fob stopped working, so she asked ChatGPT for help. The AI told her to hold it under her chin. She did, and it worked! Apparently, your body's 60% water, which helps radio waves bounce. Congrats, you are now part car antenna. Researchers have developed a paper-thin electronic implant that helps people with macular degeneration see again. It's called the Prima implant, and it works with AR glasses to beam images straight to the brain. It restored sight for 84% of patients. Incredible! And finally, let's end with some good news. And one very weird TikTok. The internet's latest chaos generator, 6, 7. Yeah, apparently saying those two numbers out loud is now the fastest way to make a middle school classroom implode. Kids are shrieking, desks are shaking, teachers are questioning their life choices. Total glitch in the Matrix vibes. It's all from a TikTok trend tied to rapper Skrilla's song Doot Doot 6-7. And now teachers straight up refuse to say it. Like, they'll literally spell it out. 6, Honestly, it's still an upgrade from the days when everything was yeet, cap, or on God. All right, time to give your tech a little TLC. This is Device Advice, because your gadgets have feelings too. Kinda.
Let's start with the 3-second tech genius move that'll make your Chrome browser look like it actually belongs to an organized adult. If your bookmarks bar looks like digital chaos, just right-click a bookmark, hit Edit, delete the name, and save. Boom! Only the icons show, and suddenly your browser looks clean enough to screenshot. Next up, if your iPhone keeps sucking you into the social media void, here's a focus hack that actually works. Go to Settings, Accessibility, Display and Text Size, Color Filters, then flip it on. Your screen goes grayscale, and all those bright app icons suddenly look boring. It's like detoxing your brain without deleting your apps. And while you're in there, remember, social media apps love sneaky updates that reset your privacy settings. Once a month, check under Profile, Settings, Privacy to see who can tag you, follow you, or overshare your life for you.
Android users, if your hotspot stopped working right when you needed it most, because of course it did, make sure mobile data's on. Then go into Settings, Connections, Mobile Hotspot and Tethering, Mobile Hotspot. Turn it off, rename your network, switch the band to 2.4 gigahertz, save, and turn it back on. Still stuck? Forget the network and reconnect, or classic move, just restart your phone and pretend that fixed it.
Here's something you probably didn't know. Your electric company might literally give you free stuff. Search your utility's name plus free energy audit, and you might find they'll send someone to check how much power your smart home is wasting and throw in free smart plugs, LED bulbs, or even a Nest thermostat. Some companies even offer rebates just for signing up. It's like extreme couponing, but for your electricity bill. Now for my favorite, saving money on gas. Until December 26th, Amazon Prime members get 25 cents off per gallon on Fridays. Just download the Earnify app, link your Prime account, and hit up a BP, Amoco, or AMP station. After the promo, you'll still get 10 cents off every time you fill up. Honestly, that's reason enough to drive somewhere just for fun.
If your Outlook inbox looks like a digital haunted house of unread emails, you can actually pull all your accounts, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever, into one place. Go to Settings, Accounts, Your Accounts, Add Account, and sign in. Suddenly, you're a productivity queen.
Crackling laptop speakers? Been there. Open Device Manager, update your audio drivers, and if that doesn't work, go to Settings, System, Sound, More Sound Settings, Playback. Click your speaker, go to Properties, Advanced, and untick Enable Audio Enhancements. Translation, tell Windows to stop helping. Oh, and Chrome can be your translator now. Go to Settings, Languages, Google Translate, and toggle on Use Google Translate. Pick your language, and suddenly, boom, you're reading websites in French, Japanese, or whatever your Duolingo owl's been bullying you about. And one last trick, sharing your location. Safely. In Google Maps, tap your profile icon, Location Sharing, New Share. Choose how long you want to share and who gets to see where you are. Or just send a link so friends can track you in real time. Perfect for meetups, travel, or avoiding that one person who's always 5 minutes away. Okay, that about does it for today's episode. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. Hopefully, your devices are a little smarter, your bookmarks are cleaner, and your car keys are unlocking something other than your patience. If you learned something new, do me a huge favor and leave a 5-star rating and review wherever you're listening. It really helps more people find the show, and honestly, it makes me look good in front of my boss. Speaking of which, you should definitely check out the Kim Komando Show this weekend. It's Kim's award-winning radio show and podcast, and she covers everything from tech hacks to digital privacy to the weirdest stuff happening online. You can tune in or find out where to listen at komando.com. Oh, and if you want even more stories like the ones you heard today, make sure you're subscribed to The Current, the daily tech newsletter read by over 700,000 people every single day.
I'm Riley. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you next time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to grayscale my phone before I accidentally open TikTok again.